want to say a very big thank you once again for joining us for the Optimizing Finance and Supply Chain Operations with Microsoft Copilot. My name is Sarah Ayemi, and I'm super, super excited to see and have everyone on this call right here with us. And so, without further ado, I would like to get started. But before I get started, I want to say thank you. Thank you for staying on the call. Thank you for waiting for others to join. And I hope that this event is as brings as much impact to you as we've planned it to be. Right. So without further ado, I'll be sharing a few housekeeping notes before we get started. First, this presentation is being recorded and will be made available after the event. However, it's going to be on demand. So please stay till the end of this event, and then we will be sure to send you the recording. All right. Also, all attendees are muted and videos are turned off. I'm sure that you've maybe tried to unmute to say hello and seen that you couldn't do that. Yes, that's intentional. All attendees are muted and videos are turned off. This is to ensure decorum throughout this event. However, if you have any questions in the chat, any questions at all, you can ask them in the chat. And our experts are on the call and they are ready to provide answers to them all. All right. Now meet our speakers. We have Benjamin Michael, who is a functional consultant for Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management. We also have Mohamed Bello, who is a Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Functional Consultant as well. And I'm Sarah Ayemi. I'm a customer excellence strategist and I work here at Reliance Infosystems, and I'm super, super happy to have you. Right about now, we'll be discussing the agenda. First, we'll be introducing Reliance Infosystems. We understand that this might be the first time you might be interacting with us as an organization. So we'll be giving a very brief introduction of Reliance Infosystems, who we are and what we are all about. Also, right after that, we'll be having key features of Copilot. Yes, you know, Copilot is the main topic of discussion today, right? How finance leaders and supply chain operation managers can optimize their businesses with Copilot. So we'll be discussing key features of Copilot, and then we'll be having a live demonstration so that you can see how these capabilities work. And of course, we'll have a session to answer all your questions. And then, of course, we'll have the closing remarks. So please stay tuned, and please remember that at any point in this event, if you have any question at all, please ask using the chat window and our experts will be sure to provide answers. Right. So Reliance Infosystems, who are we and what are we all about as an organization? We're all about digital transformation, and our growth has been fueled by strategic partnerships, acquisitions, and a relentless drive towards innovation. We also invest heavily in research and development, also positioning ourselves at the forefront of emerging technologies. Currently, we are physically located in 15 countries around the world with a digital service reach of over 50 countries. We have a staff strength of over 400 members of staff, and we have over 2,500 employees and clients in our clientele. And we'll also be happy to have you on board. Our vision is simple. We're all about reinventing the world, and we aim for structural dominance and unparalleled excellence. We help our organizations like yours simplify processes and also scale their operations. At Reliance, our customers are more than just clients to us. They are partners. We measure our success by how much progress we've helped them achieve. And this is what we call our success outcome philosophy. We see it as a relay race where we hand them over the baton. And this philosophy is anchored on our commitment to create impactful and innovative solutions for our customers. At Reliance Group, we focus on 4 key areas. That's the AI and people transformation, operations and insight, cyber defense, and cloud services. Now, these success pillars govern the way we help organizations leverage technology. So this is basically a classification of the solutions that we offer to organizations who are in need of our services. Right. Now, we help businesses transform with new technology. We help improve their operations to make their organizations more competent. We also secure businesses with advanced security protection, also scaling their infrastructure with their needs to migrate to cloud. Now, let's look at each of these key areas briefly. Now, for AI and people transformation pillar, we recognize here the pivotal role of human capital in driving value creation within organizations. So the AI and the people transformation pillar is dedicated to empowering employees with essential digital and AI tools. This initiative also enables us to support our customers, our clients, as they adapt to new digital cultures. Now, some of the solutions we offer here include collaboration and communication enablement, AI strategy and adoption motions, AI copilot and deployment consultancy, technology integrations, amongst others. Now, the next we have operations and insight. Now, this operations and insight practice is tailored to provide our customers with a set of business applications or tools or unified data management platform that would offer to their customers a unique approach, right, to modernizing their processes across their business. So some of the solutions include implementation services, that's for the ERP, the CRM, and custom applications. We also handle business applications migration, business application integration, and a host of many others that I would not mention because of time constraints. Third, we have cyber defense. Now, for our cyber defense practice, we bring more innovative ways of safeguarding digital infrastructure by building in resilience by design. Now, in the past weeks, we've heard about major organizations getting hit by cyber attacks. And this is what we try to mitigate with our customers' organization or our clients' organizations. We ensure that they are protected by these solutions to ensure that they don't have a cyber attack. And of course, one thing that we always preach is we give our customers rest of mind as a service where they don't have to be worried about malware intrusions, about cyber attacks, and all of that. And lastly, cloud services. Now, our cloud service practice offers the right foundations, right, of innovation by delivering a complete suite of services from Azure migrations, app innovation to cloud native development, and of course, cloud security. We know that a lot of people are worried that is my data safe when it's on cloud? Here we help our organizations and other organizations that will need our help to ensure that not only are they knowledgeable about their data that is on cloud, we also ensure the security of their data as well. And some of the solutions we offer include Azure migration services, license automation, disaster recovery, cloud-to-cloud migrations, amongst others. Now, we work with different partners to ensure that we provide these solutions to our customers, our clients, and our partners. And some of these solutions, some of these partners are Microsoft, one of which we are going to be discussing today, because Copilot is a feature from Microsoft. So Microsoft is one of our partners, Sophos, Avaya, Ribbons, SAP, Rapid, and a host of others. Now, for our achievements, our approach to digital transformation and innovation has led us to receive a lot of awards and achievements. And in 2023, we were named the Microsoft Country Partner Winner. And in 2024, we were named Microsoft Country Partner Winner of the Year in 2 of our regions, which was more than that of last year, right? So we're named the Microsoft Country Partner of the Year award winner for Nigeria and also for Botswana. And in 2024, we were the Manitoba Business Excellence Awards finalists. And this is a testament to our drive for excellence, our drive for innovation, our drive for digital transformation. And of course, we'd like to have you on board. I mentioned earlier that we have over 2,500 organizations under our clientele. This is a physical representation of the organizations that we have in our clientele, and would like for your organization to be part of this. And yes, we are looking forward to engaging with you and having you on board. And without further ado, I'll be handing over to our first speaker today, Mohammed, who will be taking us on the key features of Copilot. I'd also like to mention at this point that if you have any questions at all, please use the chat window to ask your questions. We have experts on the call who are ready to answer your questions. Right, over to you now, Mohammed. How are you doing today?
Yes, thank you once again, Sarah, for the introduction.
You're
So good day
welcome.
once again, everyone. My name is Mohammed. So in today's webinar, I'll be talking about the key features of Copilot in the light of Dynamics 365 for finance and supply chain management. In the meantime, let us look at some of the general capabilities of Copilot. So, like many of us already know that Copilot is an AI solution by Microsoft that offers large language model support. Aside from that, it's also allow you to be able to ask questions and get answers about your data and business. So what are the other capabilities that Copilot offers? It fosters collaboration within your enterprise. So it offers functionalities such as collaborate in Teams and Outlook. It helps you to track results. It also offers insights into your various workloads through functionalities such as document search and response generation. So all these allow your business to be able to perform better. It also bolsters your analytics, so you have better view of analytics such as your product over summary, your purchase order summary, as well as your sales order summary. And it bolsters and fosters planning within your organization through functionalities such as workflow history, which make you work smarter and make you make better decision and faster decision. So let us look at Copilot specifically for Dynamics 365. So Copilot helps you to generate content. It also sparks creativity among your employees as well as in your organization. Also, it helps you to automate your task and it makes you to complete your work faster. So within the Dynamics 365 family of applications, so how does Copilot connect to them? So we have Business Central, we have Dynamics 365 for project operations, finance, sales, and the likes. So all these have Copilot embedded in them natively, which you can leverage. But like I mentioned earlier, our focus today will be on finance and supply chain management as well as project operations. So let us look at how Copilot can help you in your finance, supply chain management process, as well as your project operation processes. So for finance, it increases your successful collection rate. So by leveraging Copilot, you ensure that your customers stay in good standing and keep their accounts current. So with Copilot in the answer for finance, it's you're able to streamline collections with AI-generated summaries of outstanding accounts. So you can actually know where to direct your collection agent. So by knowing those customers that are delinquent as well as those ones that are paying on time, you prioritize the activities and efforts of your collection agents in the required direction. So with Copilot, you're able to send personalized collection letters with AI tailored content. You're also able to provide collection managers with quick access to credit payment history. So if you are a project manager, how does Copilot help you? It enables intelligent automation for you. It also helps you to reduce the time you spend on project status reports, task planning, risk management, and the likes. So with Copilot, you can quickly create project plan by just simply describing what the project you want to carry out look like in your natural language, like English and whatever language Copilot supports, without having to write any single line of code. Also, with Copilot, you can create project status reports, like I mentioned earlier. Copilot will just do this for you in just a matter of a few moments. You can also prompt Copilot to search across all your open projects so that you can identify project risk and you can plan ahead on how to mitigate the effect of those risks even before they occur. So let us look at Copilot in Transfer for supply chain management. Have a look at the finance aspects and the project operation aspects. So for supply chain management and Copilot, it helps you to be able to meet your customer demand on time. So you're able to effectively handle the changes to your purchase order scales, assess the impact and the risk. Then with that, you can actually optimize your procurement decision. So with Copilot in D365 supply chain management, you can quickly identify the high impact and low impact changes, and you can take rapid actions in order to address any risk that may occur. Also, you avoid stockouts and catch supply chain management problems early, and you're able to automate your supplier collaboration with predictive insights as well as AI-generated email drafts. You're also able to predict demand with AI-powered model. And again, still using natural language, you're able to ask about your inventory and stock level. So, for example, you can ask so item, maybe you sell HP laptop, your organization, you can ask that is HP laptop available at so site or warehouse, and you can also know the level of availability or the quantity that remains. So one of the outputs of Copilot is the Microsoft Copilot Studio. So what does Copilot Studio offers you? So it helps you to be able to build your own copilots. You can simply create and publish custom copilots for your organization, designed to meet the specific demand within the organization. Aside from that, you can customize the already existing copilots. So you actually don't need to always have to build a new copilot from scratch. You can actually extend and customize the existing copilots to make a specific scenario or use case that is peculiar for your business process or your organization. You also have access to connected platforms, so you're able to integrate and expose various Microsoft's conversational AI technology stack, like the integration with Azure AI Studio, the Azure Cognitive Service, as well as Power Platform AI model, and many like that. And you can also manage your Copilot experience. So that takes care of your governance and control features that enables you to be able to monitor usage with full visibility of your customization and what have you as related to your Copilot. So here is a diagram showing us the various destination that the workspace within your Copilot can lead to. So we have the plugins, the generative AI, the channel publishing, as well as the analytics and insights. So there are two parts to, there are different parts to your Copilot Studio. So we have the Automation Studio as well as the Admin Studio. The Automation Studio drives action in inbuilt automation. So you can leverage the over 1,000 pre-built custom data connectors, which you can use for your digital process automation, leveraging several workflows within the system. Also, there is the Admin Studio that helps you to deploy Copilot securely using central administration. So there are built-in security roles, and you can simply manage across your environment while still maintaining compliance and governance. So in summary, Copilot helps your business by fostering planning, decision making, making your work easier. If you're a finance person, it helps you in knowing your customer collection. If you're supply chain management, it helps you in managing your inventory. And for project managers, it helps your project management journey. So with this, I'm going to be handing over to my colleague, Benjamin, to take us through demo so that we can see how some of these process and features that we have mentioned, how they work within the system. So over to you, Benjamin.
All right. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Good day, everyone. Welcome again to today's webinar. Kindly confirm that you can hear me clearly while I share my screen. Can anyone confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. Can you confirm you can see? Just a thumbs up will do. All right, thank you very much. Welcome again, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and I will be taking us through the demo aspect of the webinar for today. So the agenda on the demo agenda, we'll be taking a look at the Copilot instances. This is how we're going to see how Copilot appears on the Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain application. And then we'll proceed to see how Copilot can assist fulfillment officers to handle supply chain businesses within the organization using the confirm purchase order with changes workspaces. Then we'll proceed to see how Copilot can assist finance officers with their collection. So making use of the collection coordinator workspace, collections officers can make use of this workspace to carry out collection activities. Then finally, we'll take a look at how Copilot for Finance can be used in other Microsoft applications, specifically in Excel. So we will be looking at how bank managers or bank cash and bank managers can make use of Copilot for finance under Excel to carry out reconciliation of multiple accounts. So we just proceed to the application itself. So I'll be taking you through how Copilot appears on the system or the different instances where we have Copilot available on Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain. So the first instance is what we call the sidecar. If you take a look at the screen, out just after the legal entity, we have a logo for Copilot here. If you click on this button, go to the sidebar where you can interact with the LLM. Using natural language, you can interact with the Copilot agent, ask questions, seek for directions or clarity on different subjects within the application. So, for example, if I want to ask Copilot, how do I create a fixed asset? So Copilot is going to respond to me on how to go about creating a fixed asset on the system. So I have a breakdown of the navigations and the buttons to click and every other activity to carry out, right? So that's one instance of the sidecar. Another instance of the sidecar is on a particular page on the system or any page on the system. We can make use of the can take advantage of the sidecar to ask Copilot about a particular field that we have little or no information about. So for here, for example, we have this field called the company statement name. So I can double click on this and I get this pop-up and I can proceed to ask Copilot what this is all about. Copilot is going to open a side bar for me here and provide response based on the context of this page. So based on the surrounding page content, company statement name refers to a designation used in financial operations to identify a company's official name for banking and reconciliation purpose. So that is how Copilot can be interacted with using the sidecar feature or sidecar functionality. So the second instance of Copilot is what we call the summary instance. This is where Copilot provides us with summary or insight into a unique record. So for example, here I have a record of a vendor called vendor Rajeb, vendor 001, and it's under all vendors, right? So here I can see the summary by Copilot. So Copilot has provided vital information regarding this customer status and deeper insight into this customer performance or our performance, our performance in this vendor's business, right? So I can zoom in so that we can see what we have here. So for the insight, I'll proceed to read. The vendor has one overdue invoice amounting to 5,000 naira. With the invoice having a maximum overdue duration of 51 days, identified by invoice number 2. This invoice also has the highest overdue amount of 5,000 naira, corresponding to the same invoice number. There is one pending invoice with no pending invoice having matching errors or waiting for approval. Additionally, there are no delayed product receipt recorded within the last 1 year. So here I have deeper information into this customer into the vendor account, where I can determine if I was a payables officer, I can determine if we are falling short of our payment term relating to this vendor. So if from a glance, as a payables officer, you can determine if you are supposed to pay this vendor in 51 days or you're supposed to pay this vendor 60 days or 30 days interval. So those are the two instances for Copilot within Dynamics 365 for finance application, finance and supply chain application. So the next on our agenda is I'll be talking about how Copilot can assist us with the supply chain business But before we continue, I'd like to inform you that a poll will be coming up soon on the chat. Kindly respond, react to them, and submit accordingly. Thank you. So moving on, I'll be speaking on how Copilot can assist us within the supply chain business. So we'll be taking a look at a particular workspace called the confirmed purchase order with changes. So what I'll do is to go to the workspaces and search for confirmed purchase order with changes. So on the confirmed purchase order with changes, this aspect of the business is very vital for the fulfillment officers in order to help them with their work, making sure that items are being delivered to customers, customers are served properly and at the right time. So here, what happens on this um, workspace is that the application has flagged a lot of purchase orders that have come back with changes from the vendors. So in order to make sure that we deliver items to our customers as at when due and we deliver the right items with the right quality to our customers, we've gone ahead to purchase those items or to send out purchase orders in order to make our stock available in order to serve our customers' demand, right? So we've sent out these purchase orders, but some vendors have returned this purchase order saying that they can either not be able to deliver certain number of items or they cannot be able to deliver at a certain period, right? So here, fulfillment officers can see those particular purchase orders with changes and then proceed to take actions or to make decisions. Then furthermore, Copilot, what Copilot now does then is that it has segmented, it has given us a summary of what is going on this workspace. So it has segmented the changes into low impact changes and high impact changes. And then we have another segment here of impacted downstream orders. So here you can see our low impact changes are up to 5, our high impact changes are up to 0, right? So the summary says that the summary of the order changes with low downstream impact indicates that a total of 3 change orders and 5 changes lines. 5 change lines. The detailed breakdown is as follows. So we can see delivery delayed, delivery rush, quantity decrease, and many other changes that were done to those 3 purchase orders. So as a fulfillment officer, what you would like to do is to go into those purchase orders one after the other and do and review them, right? Review them to see the changes that were made. So I'll take a look at this first purchase order 51, and then the segment here is where the lines on that purchase order appears, or the items that were on that purchase order. So I'll just swipe a little bit to see what has been done on this purchase order. So I have original quantity of 3 and 5, then changed quantity of 1 and 1. So what this vendor is saying that is they received the order for 3 items, right? But they can only deliver 1. That's what they are trying to inform us here. And then here as well, we can see original date, and then the change date has been updated. And you can see the text is bolding, right? So as a fulfillment officer, if we are pressed for time and we really need the item to get into our warehouse as soon as possible, we can proceed to make to send messages or to negotiate an adjustment with the vendor, right? So what Copilot helps us do is that Copilot helps us create email content that can be sent to these vendors in order to inform them of our standings or what we want from them. So we can proceed to click on the order and then see this send email button here. So I'll proceed to click on send email just to inform the vendor that this order is a priority order and we would like everything to stay as it is. The date and the quantity should stay as they were sent out to the vendors. So what Copilot helps us do is it extracts those information concerning the order and formulate or create a drafted message to this vendor. So I'll just click on send email, and then I'm asked, you can now write an email message to the vendor in regards to purchase orders. Would you like AI assistance in drafting the email content? Keep in mind, AI generated content may not always be accurate. So I'll just proceed to click on yes. And it goes into my Outlook, and then I can see the email template. So I have the subject and then the address. It's addressed to a member of the vendor business. So what I have here is, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to discuss the changes proposed for order 51. Unfortunately, I cannot accept these changes as they would significantly impact our business operation, right? For item 101, I would like the quantity to stay at 3. For item 103, please ensure the quantity is 5 and delivered on so dates. Thank you for your understanding, and I look forward to your prompt response. So if I'm comfortable with this email, I can go ahead and click on send. If I want to negotiate maybe another date, I can proceed to input those dates. If I want to negotiate another quantity, I can input those quantities and then click on send. Otherwise, I'll just click on send here to send email to the vendor. So we've been able to, so as a fulfillment officer, you've been able to reach out to a vendor, informing them of the importance of the items being delivered to your warehouse as soon as possible or at the right time, in order to avoid your stock level falling and you not delivering excellent service to your customers. So what Copilot helps us do here is, we have instances where these purchase orders could run into hundreds or thousands of purchase orders. So we are able to focus on the high impact ones or the low impact ones, and make sure that our vendors are kept on check or abreast of the importance of our items being delivered at the right time. So we've been able to take away a lot of man hours of going through different purchase order, confirming if there are changes in them, and confirming the changes, going through the purchase order lines from the purchase order table, and reaching out to the customer contact person, typing the emails and drafting the emails ourselves and sending it out to multiple vendors at the same time. So Copilot has been able to help us reduce those man hours that we have to spend in attending to our to purchase order with changes, right? So with that, we'll be moving on to how Copilot can assist within the finance application, within the finance business, right? So before we proceed, I would like to inform you that another poll will be dropping very soon. So kindly interact with it, give your response, and then submit accordingly. So with that, we'll be moving on to how Copilot can assist you within your finance business. So we'll be focusing on how Copilot can assist the collections officer or the collections manager to help them optimize their collection processes, right? So we'll be going to a module called the collection coordinator module. Sorry, the collection coordinator workspace. So on the collection coordinator workspace, collections officer are able to carry out their collection activities with high accuracy and a lot of intelligence, right? So on the collections workspace, we have two tables. At the bottom of the screen, we have the high balances and we have the aged balances. The high balances being customers that are owing the business arranged according to how much they owe, right? So we have a customer called Kindness Enterprise owing about 1.2 million, and then this is arranged in descending order down to the bottom to the least customers that owe our business. Then the other segment is the aged balances. So on the aged balances, we are able to see how these customers are performing with their debt. So we can see that our our customers have different balances, right? Here we can see how well they are paying up their balances depending on their payment period or their agreed payment term. So here we can see the Mercy Enterprise with a with a current balance of 87. But if we scroll to the right, we can see a age balance of 650,000 naira. So this means the customer has been invoiced beyond 90 days. So the customer has not paid beyond 90 days. And definitely the customer's payment term is less than 90 days. That's why this balance has been moved to 90 days plus. And this balance is a current balance. That means it has not gone beyond an agreed payment period. So if it has gone beyond a 30-day payment period to appear here and so on. So what this table does is that arranges our customer balances according to the oldest and highest balance, right? According to the most overdue balance and the highest amount. So as a collections officer, what you would like to do is to attend to these customers one after the other, and mostly you attend to the oldest balance and the highest balance first. So I will be attending to Mercy Enterprise by coming to the top of the screen here and selecting Mercy Enterprise as a business. So I'll select Mercy Enterprise and it will be filtered out. Then I can proceed to click on View Customer Details. So after viewing customer details, I'll get a page where the customer details can be given, is provided in a graphical manner. So we have the customer age balance, and then we can see a graphical representation of this customer balance. So we can see the current is 87,000 naira, and 90 days, beyond 90 days is 650,000 naira. Then we can see different activities that have been carried out on this customer account. We have two invoices, one action, and then another invoice and a payment received. Then Copilot then helps us using the Copilot's second instance, which is summary, to give us vital information into this customer's performance. So we have Mercy Enterprise has a let me check. So Mercy Enterprise has a payment history of no data available. The customer has been sent 3 invoices in the previous 6 months. The customer has a balance due of 737,000 naira he paid, of which 650,000 is overdue. The last payment was received on the 5th of May for the amount of 50,000 naira. The remaining credit is 0 naira. So this customer has no credit at all, actually. Then now what we want to do is to find out from this customer why they are yet to attend to their obligation, why they are yet to pay their debt, and also inform them why they need to pay in order to avoid any form of penalty. And also we can proceed if you understand why they've not paid yet, or if you understand how they intend to pay, we can proceed to negotiate a payment term or an agreement on how they can go about reducing the balances or paying up in total. So here, Copilot helps us to draft an email that will be sent to this customer as a reminder of their obligation and the need for them to go ahead and pay or to seek for advice on how to carry out negotiations on payment period or payment terms, right? So I'll just click create reminder email. So I'm asked that a reminder email will be created with AI. Make sure AI generated content is complete, accurate, and appropriate before using. Do you want to create the email? So I'll click on yes to get assistance from AI in order to draft an email that can be sent to this customer. So I have a subject, which is outstanding invoice notification, and then the mail is addressed to the contact person. So, dear Mausa, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to inform you that Mesa Enterprise currently has two outstanding invoices with an overdue balance of 737,000 naira. We kindly request that you arrange for the payment of these invoices at your earliest convenience to avoid any potential late charges. Ensuring that these balances are settled promptly will help maintain a good financial standing and avoid any interruption of our business relationship. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or require further information regarding the outstanding invoices. Thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Best regards. So I can make an edit, I can adjust this mail however I want in order to pass the message to the customer of their need to go ahead and make their payment. So if I'm done with that, I can proceed and click on send to send the mail to send the reminder to the customer. So as a collections officer, Copilot can help you draft mails to delinquent customers that are going past their payment period or their payment term. And then you are able to avoid a lot of time in drafting those mails by yourself. And also you're able to get summary information as quick as possible into customer performance, and you're able to know what to do or actions to carry out for those customers. So in cases where we have customers running into hundreds or thousands of customers, we're able to do this as quick as possible and avoid spending so much man hours or time that we can use on more strategic tasks within the organization. So that being said, we'll proceed to the next aspect, where we will talk about how Copilot can assist uh, us within other Microsoft application. In this case, um, we'll be focusing on Excel. So here we have two different accounts. We have the bank and the ledger. So in our business, when we carry out bank transactions, those transactions are supposed to be reported for on the ledger as well. So because what we have on our bank is a direct representation or is a contributor to what we have on the current on our current asset, right? So we want to make sure that our cash book or our ledger is showing the accurate data at any point in time. So, but we have scenarios where bank transactions are carried out on the system, but they were not reported for accurately on the ledger. So in those cases, we'll end up seeing that our bank balances are not the same or are not being equal with the ledger balances, right? So in cases like that, we are advised to carry out reconciliation of those two accounts, right? So here we have multiple accounts. I mean, we have two accounts, the bank and the ledger, and we can see, just for context, we can see we have about 8,820 transactions on the bank, and then as well we have 8,868 and 66 transactions on the ledger. So this is quite a number, right? This is a huge amount of data that we have to go through as a cash at bank manager or a treasury officer to make sure that to make sure our accounts are balanced. So in order to avoid going through thousands of lines, staring at the screen all through the day, and being immersed in just one task and not being able to give our time and resources to other tasks, we can leverage on the Microsoft Copilot for Finance add-on on Excel to carry out this reconciliation. So here on the top right corner of the screen, we can see a finance agent in Microsoft at the top of the screen here. Finance agent in Microsoft 365 Excel, right? And then if you click on this, we have a functionality called financial reconciliation. So financial reconciliation can help us do our reconciliation within seconds between those two accounts. So here I have tables, right? After clicking finance reconciliation, I'm asked to provide the tables that are required. So I'll just click on or select the tables. I'll click the bank as the first table, and then add the ledger as the second table. So after doing that, Copilot is going to go through those tables, go through those tables and pick out similar columns, right? On the two tables. So on the bank, we can see voucher name, and then on the ledger, we can see voucher. And then we have date, we have currencies, we have amounts. So what Copilot has done is to map those two columns together in order to help with the reconciliation. So if I'm comfortable with this, I can proceed to click on keep the mapping, and then the next thing is to go ahead and reconcile. So I'm ready to carry out the reconciliation. So here I'll click on reconcile data. So clicking on reconcile data, I am getting an automatic reconciliation report from Copilot, providing me with the reconciliation between those two accounts, right? So here I have unmatched transaction. Yeah. So the report is divided into three segments. We have the unmatched transactions. We have the unmatched transactions. We have the potentially matched transactions, and then we have the matched transactions. So here on the unmatched transactions, these are transactions that were either found on the bank but were not found on the ledger, or transactions that were found on the ledger but were not found on the bank. Here we have one on the bank but not on the ledger. We have about 6 or 7 here on the ledger that were not found on the bank. So, but what this has done for us is we have a reference point, right? So there's a reference point where I can take a look at the different voucher numbers, go to the system and carry out investigation to find out why this is here but not on the bank transaction. So as a treasury manager or a cash at bank manager, you're able to go straight to the point within your cash. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. You can proceed.
All right, thank you. So we're able to find out, we are able to have a direction as to where to look out for the errors or the missing transactions on those two accounts. So the next aspect is the next segment is the potentially matched transactions. So these are transactions that are similar in amount, similar in dates, but might have differences in voucher or description. So we're able to take a look at each and every one of them and confirm that, oh, they are the same, and then proceed to accept them as matched transactions. So then the last segment is the matched transactions. These are transactions that had no no differences, right? They are the same voucher number, amount, transaction date, time, and everything. So they're all the same type of transactions, right? So we're able to know that these transactions are matched, and then what we need to focus on are transactions that are unmatched. So we can go ahead and make corrections to these transactions and then make sure that our accounts are balanced. And then we also have a Copilot summary, as we've been seeing in our demo so far. So we have a reconciliation report summary. This gives a breakdown or summarizes how the reconciliation was done, what was found, and how to go about correcting, the particular transactions that need attention, right? So we can make use of this information to raise journals or to raise or to make to raise other transactions in order to correct those different accounts, either the bank or the ledger transaction. So at the end of the day, our ledger is accurate and correct at any point in time. So we've seen how Copilot can assist us within other Microsoft applications, specifically Excel, to carry out reconciliation. So as a cash and bank manager, you are able to reduce the number of time you spend on going through different transactions, and you are also making sure that your bank account and your ledger account are all equal and accurate at any point in time. And that will help with your reporting and help with your business at large. So that brings us to the end of the segment. So far we've been looking at how Copilot can assist us to optimize our finance and supply chain business. So we've seen how Copilot appears on the system, which is the Copilot instances, which are the sidecar and the summary instance. And then we also have how Copilot assists the supply chain business by using the confirm purchase order with changes workspace. And then we also looked at how Copilot can assist the finance business by making use of the collections coordinator workspaces in order to help collections officer to negotiate payment period, to communicate with customers, and also inform them of penalties or charges that they could face for falling delinquent or failing to attend to their obligations. Then finally, we took a look at how Copilot can assist the finance officers to carry out reconciliations of multiple transactions on their accounts to make sure that their accounts remains accurate and stays correct at any point in time. So with that, I've come to the end of the demo session. I will be taking you back to Sarah for the rest of the webinar. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So right about now, a poll just dropped in the chat or on your screen right now. How do you currently use technology to support your financial decision-making process? And we have the options for spreadsheets and manual analysis, financial planning software, data analytics tools, AI-powered financial platforms. So please interact with our poll. We would like to get to know your thoughts and what you need help with at the moment. All right, thank you so much again, Benjamin Michael, for that detailed demo session. And thank you so much, Mohammed, as well, for the key features of Copilot. Right about now, we'll be going to the questions and answers. So please, if you have any question, now is the time to ask your question. If you have any question, I see your responses in the chat. Thank you very much. Do we have any question for our speakers today? I'm checking the chats to see if we have any questions there. We don't have any questions right now. Please, you can ask your questions now. Now is the time for question and answer. I know that we're well past our time. So please, we can just quickly ask the question. So while we wait for that, I will be dropping the last poll in the chat very soon. So please, in the next 15 seconds, you're going to be seeing a poll drop. And it's how likely are you to recommend Copilot to your colleagues or your management? From the demonstration you've seen today and the key features, the capabilities, how likely are you to recommend Copilot to colleagues or your management? So please do interact with our last poll, and then we'd like to know your thoughts. All right, so if we don't have any questions, I want to be sure that there are no questions before we proceed. Okay, so if we do not have any questions right about now, I would like to say the closing remarks. Thank you so much for joining this event. We are so happy to have you. And before we go, I would like you to follow our social media platforms. We are Reliance Infosystems on Instagram, on X, and of course on LinkedIn. So I'll be dropping the link to our social media platforms in the chat. It should have dropped now or anytime from now. And we understand that some of you might want to have a more personalized session with us. So you can schedule a personalized session. This session is free and comes at no cost as well. But you can just click on the link that I'll be dropping in the chat right now to schedule a time that is very convenient with you. We look forward to having you in our environment and having a conversation with you. So please schedule a question. And so I'll be giving a last call for questions and answers. If we don't have any, we'll be calling it a day. No question and answer. No question at all. All right. Thank you so much for joining us for this event. We do hope that it was as impactful as we'd planned for it to be to you. So thank you so much and have an amazing rest of the day. Bye for now. Thank you again.